It's the whole way. And that little part of the wall.
Welcome to this week's episode of 1806 Stonehouse. It's pretty nuts how far we've come in 2 years.
I mean, I can't say I'm surprised because I think you can do anything. We never really had a goal. You know, people say you should have long-term goals and short-term goals.
Yeah.
And the only goal that we ever had was to insulate the house before the next winter came.
Yeah.
And we got that. We hit that goal. But anything else, we just kind of go with the flow and really no expectation.
Yeah, I think we're both prepared for this to take a long time.
Yeah. If we expected it to be done quickly, then we would be sadly disappointed. So I think we both understand.
Yeah, this sort of renovation is not for everybody.
Right. We kind of are on
long term.
Yeah. We're on the same wavelength, though. So you could easily just do good enough, and you always go beyond the good enough.
We don't really know if that's true or not.
Well,
until it's done.
That's how I feel about it.
The only two things that are finished are the ceiling in the upstairs, which looks good. Mm-hmm. And that's it. Like, the ceiling downstairs is kind of done,
well,
too.
I mean, it's not as glamorous, but all the stuff underneath is just as important. I mean, one thing that I wish that I could be there to help more.
Yeah.
I mean, I helped for the first year, but basically I haven't helped.
Yeah. We're getting close to that point, though, where you will be able to start helping again.
Yeah. My role is different right now.
Yeah, totally. I'm looking forward to you being there, too.
I can't be any more proud of all the work that you do.
So do you want to say something like, enjoy this week's episode?
Yeah. I don't know how you found us, but I'm glad you did. Enjoy this week's video.
What are we doing right now?
We're gonna try to find some treasure in
So where we are is near the stone house, and I'll show you. So what this is a super old dump. This has been here for a long time. I've seen some old wagon wheels and lots of old bottles. So I'm just gonna look around real quick and see if we can find anything that we can salvage. I don't know, something that we can use for the house.
Whenever your heart is broken, don't ever forget you're golden. I will find a light in your soul, I'll be there. Never leaving you in the darkness, even when you're out of focus. I will be the light in your life, you'll see it clear. I'll be your inspiration, 'cause I know that you'll do just what you're told. I'll be your hard-earned temptation, 'cause I know that you'll make it on your own.
I'll see if I can find another one for you, Jason.
Okay, Grandpa.
No, you stay right
The
there.
best day, because we found something. Look, see this? You can slide that.
You think it's for medicine?
Maybe I'm gonna put some blue stuff in here.
It turns out trying to dig through stuff like this with the kids is nearly impossible. I'd love to come back and do more.
Find a light in your soul, I'll be there. Leaving you alone is the hardest, even when you're out of focus.
Morning, everyone. I just got to the house. It's probably almost 11 o'clock. I had to run to Lowe's. As you can see, I've got this floor pretty much done. I left this one section here undone for a lot of reasons, but the main reason is we are going to be putting in a shower pan. No, that's not what it's called. The main reason that we left this undone is we're going to be putting in a washing machine pan. This big, beautiful galvanized pan is what I would refer to as a washing machine pan. It's pretty needed, honestly, anywhere in your house. If you have a washing machine, they tend to leak. They can completely fail, and 40 gallons of water can go out on your floor. Water damage is pretty serious, and then after water damage, you have mold. So to give you a little bit of insurance, for not much money, you can get a washing machine pan. Now, at Home Depot, they sell pans that are plastic, I'm sure for the most part it would work fine. But I've seen where those plastic ones get broken. Full disclosure, I got this given to me by a company. They were really kind enough to send me one. In the end, you know, I want to be real. I don't want to come off like an ad. So I think what's important is that you understand that washing machine pans are very important. If you don't have one, you should consider maybe getting one. Now I don't know the intricacies of putting one in. It could be very difficult because, you know, they're hooked to a drain. It's not like you expect this little pan to catch 40 gallons of water. This is mostly just to contain the water, and then you do have a drain hooked up to where it, you know, drains the water. Now that could be very difficult to hook up in your house, but if you're doing something like this, like a renovation, or if you're doing a new build, one of these is almost, I would say, I'd be surprised if it's not in code that you have something like this. So I think what I'm going to take some time this morning, and I'm going to go down below, and I'm going to measure and get a really good idea on where this pan needs to go. So, let's get going on that. We've planned for one of these washing machine things for a long time. This right here is my drain for the washing machine itself. This is not fun. I have no idea what to do right now. All right. I just had to call Sarah and get the measurements for the washing machine. We're not going to use a front load washer, even though I know a lot of people are going to say, oh, a front loader would be better because then you could make like a tabletop up here and have some workspace. But you know, Sarah doesn't want a front load washer, and I don't really do a lot of the laundry, so I'm going to let her win that battle. She wants top load. So we just went and measured the one that we have, and you probably can't see, but there's lines drawn on the wall here of where that washer is going to go. These pans are probably engineered so they go right against the walls, right against the wall. And the washing machine is going to be 4 inches from the wall. This little metal pan's only going to stick out a ½ inch in the front of the washing machine. Anyways, I think long story short, we know that the washing machine can go right here in this corner. We know that the pan is much bigger than you need it to be. But if I put it right there, just like this, the door will be right here if it's closed. And then you'll open it up, and it opens just like this. It'll be, you know, you're going to be 4 inches from this slant. And I don't know how on camera it looks like. The slant and everything is totally awkward. It obviously is very awkward. It just goes back to, this is the only space upstairs where we could put a washing machine and a dryer. We don't want it to take up a huge amount of space. I think by having it be small and kind of in the open, it's going to force us to be neat about our laundry. We won't be able to just have piles of laundry everywhere. We don't do that now. I don't know why we would do that in the future when we're living here. So this works. Now that I know where the pan needs to go and where the washing machine's going to be, I have to think about the drain that goes in this pan. The drain that I'm using is just a PVC drain like this. What I got to think about is this box here. Let me get you better. You could be better than where you are, I think. I don't exactly know where the hole needs to go here. So I think what I'm going to do is measure over to the center of this pipe, which is 3 3/4. I don't know if it comes straight down. It might snake a little bit, so I might be off a little bit. You can see that's the old hole for the drain. And I'd like my new drain to be right there. It would just come down and then go right into this. I'm going to try to get lucky here, I guess. So obviously, where my box is way over in here, and then it must go down and plumb into this somehow. Because my drill bit, if you can see it, came down right there. So that's interesting. So that means I'm gonna take some measurements now of where this all is and move it over this way. If you're freaking out a bit about all the holes that I'm putting through this Ditra, I kind of share your concern a bit, but at the same time, I don't really need this floor to be waterproof, and it's not hurting it at all. You can see the drill bit
And then you can also see the hole, or the spot that I wanted. So I'm within a half an inch right there. That's really good.
Alright, well that took longer than I thought it would. That hole is pretty perfect where it needs to be, I hope. Now I can put the tile down. I went to Lowe's and I bought their leveling system, which is called Spin Doctor. Didn't want to drive all the way to the store that sold these things. That's in Home Depot, and that's another 35 minutes in the car for me one way. So I got these Spin Doctor guys. This is the old way that I was doing it. That goes underneath your tile, and then you use a small wedge that goes in it. As the wedge gets tighter and tighter, it pulls the whole thing up and it squishes your tile together. Works pretty good. The Spin Doctor looks like this. This goes underneath your tile. And then what you use is this mechanism here. It screws down and then you just hand tighten it. And to me, this just seemed really good.
I could have been there for you when you needed me. I just wanna put my arms around you and tell you that I'm sorry. I suppose I could have been there for you when you needed me.
When you're tiling and you're not doing
the whole room in one day. You have to terminate the tile somewhere. And where you terminate, the very first day I didn't do this, I didn't think about it. But you need to put in some of these things here and put them in place so when the thin set sets up, they're there. So now, as long as they're all nice and tight, I'll be able to use those with my next tile. These white things here, they will not go underneath the tile, obviously, when there's mortar underneath there. Someone mentioned in last week's video that, I don't know if they said I'm thinking too much or that I'm not enjoying myself or I'm like worrying about too much, but you know, you gotta understand kind of where it all is here. This is the first time really that I put down a floor like this, and I've got to think things through. And maybe partly why you think I'm not having fun maybe is the edit. You know, I don't know. I'm having fun. I really am. This is fun for me. These people that put down tile floors are absolutely amazing. You know, I watched a lot of them on YouTube, and they're just so talented. And I'm not, and that's okay. Like, it's okay not to be good at something, but you know, I'm trying my best. And in order to do that, I got to take my time. I got to really think things through, and I got to pre-prepare. And that doesn't mean that I'm not having fun or not enjoying myself. It's just, I need to try my best to get that perfectionist's mediocre. Hope that explains it. You know, it's maybe it's hard to show in an edit of like how I feel or something. I don't know. So my dreams and hopes were to finish the bathroom today, but I ran out of these twisty things. Not very much left to do. I just don't have enough of those red twisty things. It's unfortunate. I really wanted to be able to finish. It's not perfect by any means, but I've learned that you've got to be happy with things when they're not exactly the way you want them. I think it's easy for me to come off as a perfectionist just because I am definitely trying my hardest. Which, I mean, anybody who does anything, you should at least try your best. Now, these lines and everything are pretty good, and I was pretty finicky about it. It could be better. I guess, you know, just you live and you learn, and when I go to do more tile downstairs and in the kitchen, and when I got a lot of tile to do, I'll get better and better at it as I do it. It's 1 o'clock. I'm gonna head home. That will do it for the weekend. Appreciate everybody watching the videos. If you liked it, hit the thumbs up. If you really liked it, share it with your friends and family on Facebook or something. I appreciate you guys. This morning was a little daunting for me to come in and do more of this tile. I uploaded 2 videos last week and I was just reading the comments, and it motivates me just to come back here, get my butt back here and do more. So thanks for that. I'll see you all next week on the next video, or if we go live or something like that, I'll see you all then. But have a good week, everybody. We'll see you later. Bye now.